In a land where stories and fables are told, a band of skilled and brave misfits have joined forces to protect the realm from evil. Sit back as we tell you of their tale. Prepare yourself as we roll for initiative.
Yes, and hello again to all of our wonderful fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Extreme Hardcore Nerds present Roll for Initiative.
Bathtubs.
Now, if you happen to remember our last two-part episode, the group found themselves in the Temple of Yoshida, where they...
I don't think that's the name of it, but you guys were in an underground cave.
Well, we kept making the PlayStation joke, so I just went ahead...
Yeah, you're funny. I'm laughing.
Do
Do you see the laughter?
Yeah, of course.
It's coming out right now from the jokes that he's making.
You're ruining my story.
It's really great when you
it's all just numbers.
Well, there's that little detail,
What
too.
number are we on?
I don't know. That many.
So yes, we had just wrapped up in the temple where we were sent to find a bunch of artifacts that had already magically been taken from us. So now, with all that having been said, I once again turn it over to our Game Master, Alan, as we continue our adventures.
Okay, nerds, so the shaped-eyed people come out through that door again, and they report that there wasn't anything in there. What do you guys want to do?
Punch Alan.
Okay, well, Alan's here. He's not a character in the game. You can try, you'll fail because you don't have a target. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I think we need to go find whatever that damn gnome is and beat him up until we get our stuff.
Well,
Says lawful good over here. Somebody and torture them for information.
Wait, is this in non-character version? Is this in your head?
Essentially, I shouldn't be saying.
So to recap a little bit, Nalzi was
that's
murdered,
the one.
and Crack was down in this cave apparently before you and cleared it out. That's what it looks like.
Yes.
Nalzi's brother Frazier is being held
that's
for
what
murder.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what his brother was, but I'm like, somebody's in jail.
He's being held for the murder of his brother. So that's what's been going on up top. And you guys, as you exit the cave, can everyone give me a perception check?
Which one's that again?
It is a perception skill, so it's wisdom if you don't have perception.
Yeah, do I...
D20.
D20, okay.
Yep.
That is a 9.
12.
14.
You notice there's kind of a trail that leads from the slums down to this area, and it keeps on going down to the jungle floor. The trail goes that way, but there's also like a small path, like really lightly trodden, that goes straight out from the cave, almost down the cliff, and you see a little bit of blood down that trail.
So there's the possibility that Crack went a different way out.
Well, we don't necessarily even know that this is Crack yet. All we know is we found it. We found a water sack of blood, basically.
You basically found a sack of blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that somebody went. It's now obviously it's more than likely Crack's blood, but we don't necessarily know if he was still attached to it when.
No, we don't.
So, do we want to?
Christ.
Do we want to try and follow that, or the other option I could see in front of us that we would want to investigate is, do we want to go to the Slammer and see what Frazier has to say? Or maybe he might even have an idea where Crack might be heading. Well, or assailant.
Also, you guys know that the criminal justice system in this world isn't great. Like, if somebody's accused of murder, they're not going to go in front of a judge. They're going to decide pretty quickly whether or not they think they're guilty and execute them or let them go. So,
Yeah.
So we should probably go to that jail first.
We should probably...
He's probably either going to die or...
Can I get a round check of everyone's health real quick, though?
I thought we were all topped off.
Yeah, we should all be topped off.
No, I was not. Because his shadow bastard form.
Yes,
No, I healed everybody.
Yeah,
from
when
that.
we came out, he healed us all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all should be topped off.
Yeah.
yep. I will note that the blood that you're seeing is wet right now. Like, it's not some dried brown.
So it's very fresh.
It's fresh.
yeah.
So
So whichever way we
So
go, the
dumb
other
plan
thing is
here
going to be
split
over
up,
before we
somebody
get to
does
do
that, and
that.
the others go back to that.
Unless we do the awful
could
thing, we should never.
So we have two choices:
up.
either split up, which
Yes.
I already don't like that. Part.
Yeah, that face
But-
makes me not like split the party.
Why
Yeah.
don't you, I like that idea.
No, that's
You
bad.
always like that idea.
That's super bad.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
get into some
that
shit. Let's
risk-
go down to
Yeah,
the
let's
jungle.
go down just because if it is a fresh blood trail, there's a chance we could catch up.
Okay.
We can do that
All right.
quickly.
Does anyone have tracking as a skill?
No, I'm survival. I think. I don't know.
That's what we're going to use. If you don't have it,
I do not.
Rangers, I think, are the only ones that really have
Yeah.
it. So go ahead and roll survival.
I
I was gonna
think-
say I got dungeoneering, but I don't think that helps us
No.
at this point.
No,
Stefan, I think you're going
Climbing?
to be best at it.
probably.
so
Because you have a
survival
higher
or
wisdom.
wisdom.
yeah, I do have the higher wisdom.
Yep.
God, I can't wait till we can upgrade that wisdom.
16
That
anything?
is a 10.
plus 0.
6.
Okay, yeah, you guys go down and you're like, well, the blood's right here. You guys go down a little bit and you realize the blood has been dripping from like a cave that's right above where he's seeing this pool having. You climb up a little bit and you see what looks like Crack looking at you without any eyes. After a moment, you realize that it's his skin. Like, you're seeing the bottom of it is just like pools of blood at where his feet are. You know, they're just holding the skin down, and you're just seeing a really immaculate skinning of this man, like cut around his neck, right around where he had the choking scars. But yeah, like this person has been drained, and yeah.
Hey, Crack, how you doing?
And he doesn't respond.
I just parrot his
Well-
mouth with my
So now,
teeth,
we're,
skin.
no teeth, no
No,
teeth.
just skin on hand. Just
You can.
so now we're after the jigsaw killer.
Yeah, I feel like you'd need.
Hey, Crack,
I
how
feel
you
like I would
doing?
like to detect magic around that because I feel like you'd need some sort of magic too.
You do detect magic. You don't notice anything else magical in the area, but you do notice his clothes are on the floor. This is his skin immaculate, but his clothes are nicely folded in a pile away from where that bloody mess is.
So we have a serial killer.
See, I was gonna say instead of Jigsaw, we have a serial killer.
He
We have Hannibal
knew
Lecter.
something was happening. You know.
Oh, was he that good with killing his victims and making sure their stuff was nice and tidy? I don't remember
I thought he
that.
was, but I could
Dan's
be-
really tiny, right? His
Not
clothes are
tiny,
big.
not tiny.
Or what's his
tiny.
face?
He's
As
tall
though-
for a dwarf, short
I'm like
for a
4'10". You know, Ian sized.
Wow. We apologize to no one here. All names are of real people.
Okay, so probably take a look around, see if there's anything of interest in the, or is it just skin and
One more
cloth?
perception check then in the area around it.
Ha!
12.
20.
12.
You notice.
I saw my hand.
You notice kind of a trail that's. It's not really like a foot trail. It kind of looks like somebody rolled a log, and you follow it down a little ways, and you see another skin, but it's a giant snake skin. Like a snake crawled out of its skin, like 12 feet long. Yeah.
Anyone want to walk away from that?
And that trail keeps on going down towards some water at the jungle floor. But that's another like 200 feet down and a pretty steep angle.
Okay, like I don't really want to go down.
So
That looks far. I'm gonna go that way.
Interrogation time
Go to the gym.
of Frasier.
Okay. I thought you were gonna interrogate the woods.
Yes, I'm gonna.
What do you know?
Mr. Tree.
What do you know? Tell me what you
Speak to
know.
plants and animals.
I don't understand what you mean by bark. As you guys are making your way up into the slums, you notice that that titanic giant thing that had been chased off has damaged the slums pretty significantly. It was trying to climb up the side of the cliffs, and it's destroyed homes down here. Like, there's people that they're going home at the end of the day, and there's not a house there, and so they're just kind of sitting there flabbergasted. Like, I guess I'm sleeping outside tonight. Like, there's nothing to be done. This is my shitty house is gone now. Like, and there's lots of people like that. Also, as you're making your way up, there's a massive, like, frigate-sized airship that's appeared out of the aurora. Like, you see that rainbow thing above you all the time, and out of that materializes this couple 1,000 feet long ship. And it has just like faces all along the side of it, embedded into a giant blimp that keeps it afloat. Yeah. So that thing has just showed up as well.
Great.
Nothing bad can come of that.
Oh no, of course not.
Oh yeah, the military's here. Oh, more people to sell my wares to. Crap.
Okay, so we've got airship, we've got downtrodden citizens, and we have a guy who's probably about to be executed for something he may or may not have done.
Yeah, we should go find the about to be executed guy.
All right, you guys
Someone
make
go
your
call
way.
Amanda Waller. We need the Suicide Squad.
You guys make your way up the hill, and you're hearing a crowd gathering above you. And those of you that live in the area know that this is at the execution platform. And the way that they kill people is they send them out, like Moondor style. Like, even if you survive the fall, you're going to be in the jungle, broken and beaten. And so they essentially just kick you off the platform. And you guys are kind of hustling your way up to the top, but you can hear them just reading out the crimes that they assume this person committed. You can't quite hear exactly what's going on, but you know that that's what's happened over and over again. And you're below the platform right now, making your way up to the top. Yep.
Let's see, I don't have it trained yet, but we're going to throw this one out there. What the
Summon
heck?
Cringer.
Kind of.
Catch him?
What I'm thinking. Can I use fly?
Do you have the ability to fly?
I do have. I have it trained, but I haven't put any stats into it. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. I would suggest without wings, you won't want to try it.
Okay.
Or some kind of mechanism of flight.
Well, because
Have you seen the episode of Gilligan's Island where
Oh,
Gilligan
yeah.
jumps off and starts flapping his wings?
it's,
Okay, and then
Okay.
he falls to his death. He doesn't die. It's Gilligan, but
well, because
Not quite Icarus.
no.
Oh, okay.
Because climb wouldn't be effective here. Otherwise, the only thing, same thing, would be if I tried to steal a horse quick and ride to the front of the people.
There's no horse around here. You guys are on the other side
Okay,
of
so that one's out.
butte.
Yeah.
Not really shoving our way through the crowd very quickly, I take it.
How good of a crack shot are you?
You're all still here. And I haven't shot any of you in the face yet.
Acrobatics up there?
Please, for the love of God.
Just like fucking cartwheel up the side of the mountain.
Well, okay. No, you said you was going to push him off. They're not hanging him because I was going to say shoot
Yeah,
the
we can
rope.
just shoot the rope, but that's not going to work unless I'm going to shoot him.
No, we need to catch him.
Yeah.
Well, I've rifled off about everything that I've got.
I mean,
I-
I could
I'm taking it
intimidate
that
him.
intimidate him
the
standing,
crowd.
yeah, to part for us.
As you guys are talking about what you're going to do to help save this person, you can hear his voice. And everyone give me a perception check.
13.
12.
12.
15.
Yeah, you can't quite make out exactly what he's saying, but Fraser, he's yelling to the crowd. He's saying something to them. It sounds proud, almost. And then you see his body come out over the edge. And he goes about 10 feet out, and then just starts dropping past you guys.
Anyone want to make a quick grab? Maybe the big guy with strong arms?
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, okay, so that flight attempt is about to happen because I got to go catch his ass.
Yeah, I can't mage hand him.
He, like I said, he's about 10 feet out from where you guys are.
Okay, so
And he's falling right past you. He's already dropped 50 feet.
Did anyone
and
have
he's
rope?
right where you are. at
I
the
have
moment.
I have an exploration pack, so yes, I do.
Tie to yourself, tie to you, get ready to jump.
Oh God, this is gonna end poorly. I'm gonna die.
As soon as you tie it to yourself, he's dropped another 50 feet past you.
I only have like 30 feet of rope, but
And then you see him splat on the ground
God.
beneath you.
Strength of rock.
He bounces off the side, and his body just tumbles in pieces down into the jungle floor.
yeah,
after the body.
I'm not going to the jungle.
No,
floor.
I'm not either.
If we're going to the jungle floor, it should be
It
back in
doesn't
that cave
say-
by the snake.
If there's the remote chance that he survived.
He just said his body bounced in pieces.
Pieces. I'm pretty sure that means no survivability.
Okay, I missed the pieces part. I caught the bounce part.
I don't know, Mage. You got any
My
ability to
medical
talk to the
opinion.
As a doctor.
I actually personally did not take the converse with undead or whatever.
Quick, check his pulse.
CPR. Find me all the parts of his chest.
As well as he's been playing so far, I'm surprised he actually didn't let me take the fly check to see if he can
just to do that.
Listen, I would have if you were quick.
Okay. Well, he's gone. Go over, or I'm guessing the crowd's now dispersing, everyone going back to the...
Yeah, so you guys start making your way
already
up to where the rest of the crowd was, and you can see the proclamation, like the list of crimes and everything on the front. Trish kind of stays behind for a second and is looking down at where the body is, like falling down the side of the cliff, and she says, I need to go look at that real quick. And she makes her way down the trail along the side.
R.I.P.
by
Trish.
herself. Yep. Jira.
R.I.P.
Yep.
Jira.
Someone pour out a bottle or two. It's done.
Can we talk to the jailers, see why they thought he was guilty?
Yeah, maybe we can
That's
pull some
what I was
information
about to
from
suggest.
anybody.
Yeah.
Actually, you can look at the proclamation.
Yeah.
According to the proclamation, he admitted guilt. He said, yes, I killed my brother. It was my fault, everything that occurred with him. And he also took credit for some embezzlement with the bank as well, too. That him and his brother were apparently in on that together and that they were stealing from the bank. And, so he took credit for a bunch of different crimes. And, yep.
Jail is scary here, apparently.
Yeah. Let's not go to jail.
Can you give me an insight check or just wisdom?
Sure. Sense motive, I assume. Or, I don't know.
Well, I can sense motive.
9
Yeah,
on
sense
a...
motive.
Yeah.
You remember talking to him, and he was talking to you to figure out if his brother was embezzling.
Okay.
That's what he was asking you
Yeah.
about outside the store. He was trying to figure out what Crack and Nalzi were up to together.
Yep.
So it doesn't quite make sense that he would
That's
say
what
that.
yeah,
Unless
I
he
was
was
gonna say,
tortured.
Well, I assume there was torture involved.
not necessarily.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what the jailers
Torture or
had to
blackmail.
Yeah,
Something.
blackmail, or like he took a payoff to say he was guilty for somebody else.
say. What kind of payoff would be worth you dying?
Yeah.
Well,
When
we're
your
in a
family's
fantasy
already
world.
dead.
Your family's already dead.
We're in a fantasy world. I'm guessing there's something worse than death at times.
Probably.
Maybe.
So who do you want to talk to?
Whoever tried, in air quotes, his case.
I guess whoever
It would be the
prosecutor would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess question or whoever he admitted all this to.
Yeah.
More than
Yeah.
anything.
So there's in the jailhouse. There's Kalor. Kalor, who is a inquisitor, essentially. He puts people to the question. Lives full time in the jail.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Oh, yeah. He's not angry at all.
Hello, Kalor. My name is Adso. I was wondering if you'd be able to talk to me about Grazier and his serious list of crimes.
Well, it's rather disappointing when one of our own citizens behaves in such a murderous manner.
Did Fraser ever show signs that, something was off about him, that he was possibly, like a secret life or anything like that?
The secrets that he told me are the ones that are posted before his death.
Do you know if anyone else came to visit him before he may have spoken to you?
There are no visitors on the record.
Who keeps the records?
I keep the records.
And you are here 24 hours a day.
Mostly, yes. I've been here since Fraser has been incarcerated, yes.
That entire time.
That's what entire means.
Good job being thorough.
He kind of puts his brand in the hot coals and says, "Why are you so curious about this man?" And he pulls it out and it's just kind of red hot.
He came to me before he was arrested and asked me about his brother and if his brother was embezzling things. He was searching for his brother to see if...
His brother and him were both just greedy little gnomes. And he puts the brand into a piece of wood and just makes this symbol of guilt.
What
in their
race
language.
is...
This is a dwarf.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You don't think we're going to get
I don't think we're going to
anything
get too much
Yeah.
from this, unless we know anything in particular.
Have the police or anyone gone through Fraser's belongings yet?
I don't think anyone has examined his house. He freely admitted his guilt. We had no reason to investigate further.
Okay.
Could we see
Do we
his
know what
cell?
happened?
Be my guess. He points down the end of the hall. It's on the left, Mira.
All right. I'm scared.
Bye now! We'll see you in a
I'm
few.
curious to see if he left anything in there.
Yeah.
You go down to the end, and actually give me a perception when you get down to the end.
19.
You don't know why, but the smell in this cell is really familiar to you. Okay, there's a distinct odor that you've smelled somewhere before, and you can't quite place exactly where you smelt it. You're thinking maybe like the bank, but it's not like precise. You're like trying to figure out exactly where you've had this odor before, but it's creating a really strong memory for you.
That I can't remember.
That I can't remember.
You can't nail it down, but just like this is so familiar. It's frustratingly familiar. Yep.
Is there anything magical in this cell?
Detect magic. Nothing magical about the cell. But as you kind of turn away, you notice that the lock itself has like a magical component to it to keep it locked.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. I'm ready to leave before I get locked into this magical locked cell.
Hey, you'll be fine. Promise.
right.
Do we know anything about what happens to his effects, since no one apparently looked at them?
Well, I figured we go to his house.
Yeah, that was my thought, is next place to look.
Okay, as you guys are walking, Keller says, "Goodbye, Enzo. It was a pleasure seeing you."
Nice to see you too, sir.
Why does he know him like that?
He knows
Is it
everybody.
Is it a tiny thing?
Well, he was the
He did introduce himself.
That's what I was just going
Yeah.
to say. He was the
So-
only one that introduced himself.
Yeah.
But
But
you didn't
also,
introduce yourself.
no,
But he knew you.
he didn't
So-
say me.
He said
Yeah,
your
he did.
name.
Oh.
Have you been here before? Is there something
maybe,
you'd like to
probably.
tell us?
I'm not,
You don't recognize him. Like they don't. Beggars, you kind of kicked more than put in jail. It's resources to put you in jail, whereas you can just be thrown off the side of the cliff if you get in the way. So, yeah.
Welcome to Inquisitors.
Did you
They have amazing
detect
powers.
anything while you were in the cell?
an odor. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking about it. It's like right here.
So it's something we've run into contact before.
Yeah. Something important. It feels important. Like it reminds me of something important, but I don't know what.
Okay. Well, the only place that I can recall where we ran into many different odors, some of them not so pleasant, was when we discovered Niles' body back at the shop.
It reminded her of the bank, though. It didn't remind her of deaths necessarily.
Okay.
What about the secret exit in the bank?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of clicks. Like you're like that hallway. It just smelled. It smelled like a saltpeter, like a really specific odor. And it was just surprising that cell smelt this exact same way.
Light bulb. So a potential trip to the bank.
I
Am I
would
thinking in our
say.
future?
Well, that
Well, do we want to go check out Fraser's place first before we go
yes,
to the
Yeah,
bank?
we want to
probably
do that,
do that.
and then also, apparently, the person who was in that area, whoever Jira worked for, is gone now.
Yes, we know that at least.
But we don't know if that creepy bugger is still in there or
I'm
not.
gonna go with probably.
We're a bit better set up for that.
And I'm fine. I didn't take any damage in that fight, so I'm cool.
Spider crab.
Okay, you guys make your way across town. You get to Fraser's house.
Yes.
Door's locked when you get there. He locks his doors. He's a bank guy.
Lock
Can,
his
can I
windows?
use open close to pry the lock and
It doesn't pry it open.
okay?
Want a magic hand to turn the lock on the other side, maybe?
Yeah, do you have magic hand?
Mage hand.
Mage hand?
Yeah.
You can you see that the window is latched shut, but you can use mage hand to go through the window on the other side and open up the latch.
Cool. I do that. Climb in through the window.
All right, you pop in through the window. You guys are breaking and entering again.
He's dead.
No. So I go
Trying to go now?
It's the first thing you see.
Does it match the boots?
Yeah, it's leather. It has this herringbone pattern.
I just go to Exo. I know what we're doing. Just hold your head and just realize the stupidity.
There is
Let's
a
go.
greater purpose here.
Also, technically, no one owns this house.
His estate owns the house.
No, this is not Edina.
They have the knowledge of banking. They therefore probably have the knowledge of estatehood.
And the state taxes.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink to make up for this later. Let's just go in. Or better, you can stay outside and
you
just
stay
watch
outside.
the perimeter so you don't have to
Don't tattle on us this time.
For the love of whatever God you believe in, don't tattle us.
Oh yeah, so you open up the door, the lock from the inside, and you see that Fraser, as you guys enter, Fraser has a big map along the wall of the city, and it's like showing underneath the city, just like a series of tunnels and things like that. And one of the places marked is his brother Nalzi's place, which is really close to his house. Another place is marked Crack's place, and then there's just a bunch of like snake drawings along next to where these tunnels are, and he's just like looking for what it seems like the entrance outside of these tunnels. Like he's trying to figure out where these tunnels lead to from the outside to under people's buildings. So
Can I take it?
Sewer system or not
it like
that sophisticated?
more like buildup of water inside that makes waterfalls along the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, not like raging waterfalls, but like trickling water that comes down and things like that. But over time, it's made these large gaps.
Can we take the map? Can I take the map?
It's
an
pretty
actual-
big, and it has like a bunch of stuff posted on it. But you can like take time and like
Pull it down.
roll it up. There's like the stringy wire going across, like connecting thoughts that he had, but you're not quite sure what those thoughts were.
I'll just leave it.
Other than his brother's place in the shop, is there any other points where he's marked off where he's been, or
So there's a couple places going into the bank, and it looks like he was also on the security detail for the bank. Like that's why he has this map. It's just that any place that could have been an entrance to the bank, he was going and shoring up. But while he was investigating that, he also looked at his brother's house and Crack's house as well. And
Probably
also next
as
to
part of
Crack's
his-
house, it says New
Maybe
Garden
Bryson
question
Point.
mark. Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Anything else, at least from the naked eye, that we can see that would be of some interest, or is everything just kind of neat and tidy?
He has pretty extensive knowledge of the cave systems, and one of the caves leads from the outside to underneath where Crack lived.
Can we identify? Is that the same cave where we found Crack?
No,
Okay,
it's not.
Can we take? I'd like to take note of that cave,
Of
and
that
anyone that
cave.
leads to Nalzi's, and the one that leads to the bank.
Okay. None of the ones that lead to the bank enter the bank, but you can see that they they lead to sub-levels, so if you're able to get through whatever they use to defend that area, that you would be in that level of the bank. So there's different ways to get in as you descend.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Does it smell like saltpeter here?
It does not smell like saltpeter.
Okay.
Good call.
It might underground, that was my thought.
Well, do you want to do your usual thing?
Detect magic?
I'm surprised it wasn't the first words out of your mouth after the door has been opened.
Nah. I was excited by the map.
Map, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, so you detect, there's not a lot of like magic. There's some like things like quills that are ever filling ink that just always refill on themselves. But there is one box that he has, and it says nausea on the top of it. And inside is a ring and a note. It says just in case. And yeah, the ring itself detects magic. Can you give me spellcraft?
Yeah. 19.
It's a ring of feather falling. So once per day. Once per day you can cast it when you're falling to avoid fall damage.
Great.
I have this
Can I have
weird
it?
thought
Yeah.
for some reason. Don't know why.
Also, he had that nice coat.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
like
I'm already
long,
wearing it.
warm. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's got lace on it. It was made for me.
Yeah, it doesn't quite match the boots, but the pattern is similar.
Oh,
It's not
like
exact match. It's like if you're wearing a lot of red, it's too much. But
straight up Carmen Sandiego over here.
yeah,
I was going to say someone's getting their 1776 on.
I need a big red floppy hat.
Later.
Next in.
Yeah.
you see outside, Jira has come up out of the cave, and she just has her arms are covered in blood, like up to the elbows. And
You figure anything out?
no, but my boss got a hold of me and needs me to do a few things, and I'm wondering whether you guys could help me. I need to find a ship that leaves tomorrow morning. Could you guys do that and ask them if they'll take a passenger without asking any questions about that passenger and figure out how much it'll cost us?
A particular destination?
Doesn't matter, just out of the city.
Just out of the city.
Okay.
I mean, we can inquire around town about that.
Yeah, we can ask around.
There's
Yeah, we
nothing
go back
illegal
to-
about asking those questions.
We totally can.
Yeah, just be discreet about it, and I need to go wash. And she takes off.
Any hoods or hats we can put on your face real quick, just in case. No reason.
Yeah, we're not going to that bar, and you're going nowhere near it.
He hasn't bought any Alchemist Fire, has he? Also, it's
I have the Alchemist
it's
Fire.
late in the day now, too.
Okay.
And Fraser has a nice, large bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I sleep?
We
in
already
it?
broke in the house. Do we really need to sleep here?
Where else are we gonna sleep?
Okay, if you
In
want to
any
play
inn?
Goldilocks, go ahead. The
Yeah.
rest of us are going down to the
go to
dock.
the-
Fine.
It's
Past my
inviting, though.
bedtime.
Like, it's well made. Like, it's tucked. So, you know how, like, you get the under sheets and you get your feet in there and you're like, I need to kick these out a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I don't like
the-
them when they're that tucked.
No,
Yeah.
but like you kick them out a little bit, and it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
being a little bit swaddled.
Yeah.
That's the type of like welcoming that this warm bed is.
Sounds very nice.
I'm going to
Yeah.
shoot the bed in a moment.
They're making me
It's a
go.
mimic.
It is a mimic.
Let's go.
Can I cast Spark on the bed?
You
Don't
can.
burn that house down. The
No.
slums have already been destroyed. Don't
you
destroy
do
another
that?
neighborhood.
No, you don't. You instantly think of doing it, and then you get smacked in the back of the head.
Somebody gets out of the bed, therefore I no longer have
I never
to.
got in the bed. Let's leave.
She just
You
looked at it longingly.
I just
for a
want
long
bed.
while.
Do you know how long it's been since I've slept in a bed?
Yeah, when you two
have
walked out of
plenty
the
of
room
money.
a couple nights ago.
that I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
I don't know either.
It was just a couple episodes ago.
There's a lot of alcohol involved in
Play
one.
that and then send
Yeah.
it to them.
I'll listen to it later. Anyway,
And by the way, yes, that did happen
I
because
know.
we had like a whole 5-minute conversation
Yes.
About it.
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
Role playing. There's a story.
I've
I've been told.
No, it's just-
just numbers.
Nope, just numbers.
Tell
Okay.
me what number we're on.
So docks to find a ship for Jera. I would say then we can turn in for the night and then start fresh at the bank in the morning. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not in.
Okay. So, back to the docks.
Okay. The harbor master is a short dwarvish woman named Caroline. And yeah, she sees you guys approaching and is essentially just doing paperwork, like making sure that everyone's things are in order.
Greetings.
Hello!
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you, young man?
I am good. We were wondering if you could help us out.
Oh, it depends. What do you need help with?
Are there any ships around that are leaving tomorrow morning?
I could find that out for you. Yes, that sounds like a piece of information that I could sell.
How much would this information cost me?
Oh, not much. 2 silver.
We can work with that.
Okay. One of the boats that are leaving tomorrow is called the Wealth's Way, and she points out to the air above, and you can see the pirate vessel.
Probably not that one.
That pirate vessel?
Yes, the Wealth's Way will be leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow. It will be entering the Aura without any hassle.
Okay.
Any other ships
other
leaving in the
ships?
morning?
Is there any other money coming?
I just flip her a gold piece and...
Okay. The Crimson Sunset. That is captained by Beatrice, a bird woman, and also the Wings of Auster, some kind of trading vessel. And you actually recognize the Wings of Auster. It's the ship that you came in on from the Stormlands, and it's heading to the town of Auster.
Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty.
But you know it's a expensive vessel, and they're very meticulous about everything that they have as cargo.
So I'm guessing Wings of Auster is out. Do we know what time the Crimson Sunset is departing?
It looks like 6:30. Yes, 6:30. They'll be leaving.
Alrighty. Alright. I believe that concludes our business. Thank you much.
If you're talking to the Crimson, you'll want to look for a man. He's heavier, named Num Num.
Num Num.
I don't think that's his name. He tried to tell me his name, and then everyone told me to call him Num Num.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
You're most welcome, young man.
Alrighty, so we've... Well, the pirate ship will probably do anything for money. We already know that.
Yeah, but I think their first step would be to kill you.
Kill us.
So
Yeah.
I think we
We're
should
kind
try
of
the Crimson
little
Sunset
happy with
first.
us.
Yeah.
I would like to try the Crimson Sunset before I try getting murdered this afternoon.
Yeah, but
You
we
know,
already
it's-
kicked the captain's ass of the pirate ship, so
Well, we
You
haven't
think he's
killed
going
him.
to be okay with that?
he should know if he sees us coming, he better start doing what we
Except
say.
that was only a portion of his crew,
We
and
don't-
that boat has all of his crew.
You go
Well,
ahead.
minus the
It's-
ones we left at the bar.
It's like a Corsair, so it probably has like between 26 to 38 people manning it.
So, and
You go ahead. I will go check out the Crimson Sunset.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't Death Blossom that. Sorry, buddy.
Fine, we'll go check out the Crimson.
I love how defeated you sound.
Yeah, the Crimson is a very easily to find boat because its sail is the sunset. And as the sun is setting right now, like you can see that the colors just match perfectly. Like it looks like the sunset over the water on the sail, but there's no water really. Like boats are flying now. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. And you can see on the back of it is this kind of nefarious looking throne. Like somebody just put it right on the top deck. And then there's the wheel in front of that. On the front is a megalodon, like one of those giant sharks, as a skeleton mounted as the masthead. Like I said, the big sails. You can see the crow's nest up above. A couple of the people are running around. There's all different races. There's like a man that's a cat. There's a guy that's in like glowing armor. There's the fat guy. He has just a ton of tattoos, and he's wearing like a green leaf skirt on the bottom. Like he looks like IZ for the someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind. But just covered in tattoos.
I thought he was going to go with the god from Mona.
Yeah.
I was really going like, you're just describing the Rock. Come on.
Yeah.
Just continue.
And then, of course, the captain, which is this Tengu bird person.
Oh, yeah.
Beatrice.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Yep.
What's up? Maybe she'll be impressed with Marge.
Yeah.
Marge.
Well, so
Well,
the harbor
I guess
master
we can-
told us to find Num Num, but Beatrice is the captain. So
As far as we
I'd
know.
say we probably go with Num Num as he's most likely the quartermaster.
okay, yeah. But I think we probably can't just like walk onto this ship, right? We probably need
Probably.
to.
Well, it's out in the air, and you can see these people. You can yell for them.
Okay, so we can hail them at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permission to come aboard.
Why do you want to come on? The fat man's yelling back at you.
We're looking
We
for
wish to
Num Num.
book passage for someone.
You are airsick. Let me come over there. And one of his tattoos like rips off of his skin and becomes this giant bird. And he jumps onto its back, and it kind of sinks
great.
a little bit.
I was just going to
Now
say,
he is
he's the
Moana.
sumo guy from Ninja Turtles.
He flies over to where you guys are, and as he like lands the bird just turns into a bunch of ink and splatters all over the ground. Hey, how are you doing? You guys give me perception checks.
Oh, Jesus.
Nope.
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 That's a D12
That's
again.
a 12.
17.
17.
Nothing.
You notice that this guy has gills, and he's nowhere near the ocean. Like he's a fish man. Like it's under the folds of fat, but like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not a human, but he just looks like a really fat human. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you want to have passage on our ship for 4 people, yes?
No.
No.
What? Yes.
Just one.
Okay, which one of you made everybody angry? Is it you? Did you cause problem with the boys? She's pretty.
It also goes back to a pair of boots. We don't have that long.
We don't have that long of a story.
Those are nice boots you have there. They are airsick for not getting boots like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was only one pair. I won.
Okay, you want to come on the boat?
Well, it's not me. We're asking for a friend.
Is it him?
No.
Okay. Who is it? I do not know.
Well, that's part of
Another-
the deal. We need you to not know.
Oh,
Well,
not knowing is expensive. I know a lot of things, and in order for me not to know, I need to forget. And you know what makes me forget?
Money.
Yes, you are smart people. I always forget what makes me forget, and you remember immediately. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much would it be?
How much money? Well, normally we cost 10 gold for a trip, but I think 10 times that is the quiet way to do this thing. So 100 gold. Sound good?
Yeah, we have to report back, but
We've got to tell the
we wait-
comrade.
We leave first thing in the morning.
Oh,
Yes, they will.
Yeah,
be
they'll be
here.
here.
what time do you leave? Just to
6:30. It should be 6:30. I said 6:30.
They'll be here with 6 with the gold.
Okay. I like you people. You want to come on our boat?
It's a very nice boat.
Yeah, can we
Very
check it out?
Okay. And he like has a bunch of tattoos just kind of rip off.
I want to meet Pedro.
Yeah, his tattoos kind of rip off, and can you guys give me an insight check as well? He makes these rocks essentially, these gigantic
What's
birds.
insight?
13.
Wisdom.
Okay.
yeah, that's
16.
a 1.
4.
16.
Summoners were essentially destroyed. Like they're the reason the world is the way it is. They made the evolution just kind of go crazy. And so the fact that this person is openly summoning a ton of creatures is really stupid. Yep. Like, and also his race of fish people are the people that caused this problem to happen.
Oh,
So he's like a lineage of we fucked everything. Like, if you imagine the world was it just had a bunch of bombs dropped on it, and you knew that America was the one that dropped the bomb, and this guy was coming in wearing a Texas hat going, America's great! That's the kind of, like, blatant assholery that this guy is showing.
I like this guy.
But yeah,
Right.
you guys jump on the birds, you fly over to the deck of the ship, and it's nice. Like, on the deck is actually a kind of terrifying creature, like a snake thing that's about 23 feet long, about that thick.
Like big enough to have left the
It's
skin in
standing
that
behind
cave.
me.
It's bigger, actually, than the one
Okay.
that would have left the skin in that cave. But, yes, similar shape. There's also another reptilian person there who has like a tumor growing out of his shoulder, and he's sitting there like mixing potions on the deck, and the captain comes fluttering down. That tango.
The
This. Nom nom. What, Captain? What is this?
Good
My
evening,
name's
man.
Mira. He invited us to see your ship.
Nom nom. My name is Nom Nom Nom. Nom Nom. Why? We're leaving. No new friends. They're nice people. They're going to pay us for passenger. What? No. Yes, Captain. It is happening. You like this thing. And the captain just storms off up to his chambers. On the throne is this giant rock guy, and he's sitting there, and there's a crown like digging into his skull, and he's like gripping onto the throne itself, and he's looking down at you guys like really warily, like, you guys better get the fuck off my ship right now.
And
I'm taking that as...
I think we should probably depart and get back to our party. But
No, you can stay. I make stew.
Thank you for showing us your ship. It's been
It's a nice ship.
It's a very
It's
nice
very
If
ship.
you want to come on ship, this is good ship to come on, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, you come on our ship. Tell people this best ship.
Just out of curiosity, does the ship have artillery?
Yes. Yes. And so, like, you can see there's a couple ballistas that sink into the deck.
Okay.
And there's, like, a bunch of different ammo. Like, this thing is a trading vessel, but it's armed for war in kind of sneaky ways.
a nice
and
animation.
all the sailors, all the there's also another guy, but all the people on the ship are wearing no outfit, but they're all wearing these shark skin gloves, like really nice grip leather, but made of shark skin. And one guy who's sitting there with a mop, is just blind, deaf, barely able to do anything. He's just like making a circle of water on the floor. Yep.
All right. Well, that's all I need for this time. We may speak later about something.
You know, no Sue?
No, not right now. But trust me.
I make good stew.
That's probably why they call you Num Num.
That is not the reason. My name is Kunuhuka Makiaki Luna, and they do not say this word. They call me Num Num because they are stupid. They are airsick. And the cat kind of hisses at him. And also, now that you're on the ship, the cat man has like a pair of pugs that he's just carrying around with him.
So, all right. If we can venture back to the mainland.
Thank you for his hospitality.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you so much
How are
for
you
showing
getting
us
back?
information.
Would you give us a
Would
lift?
you please take us back down?
There is fun way to get back.
Ooh.
How
Is
fun.
it safe?
No.
That was the key part.
He starts ratcheting up a catapult with like it's a big slingshot that can seat a person in it.
I don't want to go.
And he's like, "Yeah, you try this thing."
Oh God, no!
He puts you in the seat. He straps something around your neck like a collar, and he gets like 3 guys and Mop, the guy with the
Mopping the
He feels his way over the thing. They start pulling you back. And it's like
Can we please release my friend?
okay, and they let go. And he goes flying towards the mainland.
Bless and guidance.
You feel the thing around your neck just burn for a second, and then you just kind of float right before you hit.
Oh, good.
fun. Can I go next?
Yes, you come, sit in the thing. We love doing this thing. He wraps the thing around your neck, pulls you back, and fly across the way. You feel like Marge for a moment. This is how Marge feels all the time. As you're in the air, you just scream, Marge! Marge!
We're one. We have one soul.
You guys want to go back or you stay? Is 10 gold, you stay?
I'm next.
He gets in the seat, pulls you back, straps you around, launches you across the way. Float, 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 land.
All right, now that all of my friends are gone,
I'm going to slap you so hard.
going back to my previous question, just out of curiosity, there may be work coming your way later. Does this ship have the artillery strong enough to bring down a building?
The ram, the mega shark head, is big ram. Like it seems like big, but it's big ram. Yes.
Okay.
We can knock down this fucking mountain.
All right. I must return to my homeland and procure some things, but
Where is your homeland?
Thunder Isles.
Oh, you're Stormlander.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Coming from him.
Yeah.
Sit, friend. Sit.
So yep. Load me up and.
He pulls you back, and he is about to say, "Let go." He puts the thing around your neck.
I was just about to say, as soon as he launches this thing, cast fly and pray.
It's not casting. I don't think you have that spell.
No,
do you?
fly is a 3rd level spell. You're not there
Or
yet.
no, not well. I've got it on my.
No, that's a
skill.
skill. That's
Yeah.
knowing how to use fly when you actually have flight.
Oh god dang
Yep.
it!
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
those are-
skill, like, you need something that allows you to fly first.
So
You think a fly check would be like you jumping off the roof and just batting your arms really quick.
and trying to use those shoulders in between your back.
one of the reasons that you might have the fly skill is because hang gliders are pretty common. Like some people use hang gliders to get up into the aura and take that to the next city.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
okay. So
But yeah, you're able
launch
to
me.
fly through the air. It's gone forever.
No, it's gone forever.
Yep, and you land safely with everyone else. Yeah.
One more time,
Jira
When
comes
strange
find you.
man offers you trip to strange ship, say no.
That was neat.
This is like if somebody asks you if you're a god.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes,
What took you so long up
So
there?
she's the reverse Ray?
kind of.
What took you so long up there?
I just had to ask him a couple more questions.
Yeah, like about what?
Nothing major.
About what?
Something about when I get back home. They might be able to help me out with an issue I'm having. So.
Bye!
Bye, Num Num.
Eres kunuhuka makiaya lunamar.
Bye, guy.
Hi, Kamuka wanna live,
That is offensive. You shut up. And he goes inside.
Bye, Kay.
Oh, well, now that we've safely landed back on the mainland.
Jira comes and finds you. And she asks you how much it's going to cost.
100.
100 gold?
Yeah,
Alright, that's doable.
We told him that whoever it is needs passage will be by there 6 a.m.
We need to watch someone tonight. And once that's done, we should be clear to bring him in the morning, and we'll be good. So, yeah, she leads you. She has rooms all prepared for everyone in a inn. Not the bar.
A different inn.
Thank you.
A different inn.
You almost said it like
And,
a third time.
Yeah, so Jira kind of just rests outside the door doing her bodyguard thing and points to the rooms on the side and says, if there's a problem, I'll yell out in the night. Otherwise, it should be good in the morning.
Cool.
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 And I think that is a good place to end this episode of Roll for Initiative. We got a lot of things done. Unfortunately, a couple people died, but, you know, it seems to be the way of this world.
Almost feel like we could have prevented a lot of this. Just saying.
I think we also would have lost a lot of information, too.
Column A, column B.
And we also got introduced to some very
Interesting people.
interesting sailors. So we'll see where that venture may lead us. And now we're all turning in for the night on bodyguard duty. So with all that having been said, thank you very much for joining us. And please join us once again next time as we continue to roll for an initiative.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Extreme Hardcore Nerds. You will be joining us again next week for our next insightful episode, Kawabunga.